Dr. Yunus and your team. The contribution you have done to this event is insurmountable. From the word go, from the day of planning, we've moved together with the management, where they've been cooperative. We've done everything together. We were like twins. Everything we do, we were moving with the team. So I'm very thankful for the team, for the welcome that you've shown us, and for the team spirit that we exhibited. My previous speaker said a lot that I felt was very imperative, so I will not even, the things that I was going to say in relation to what he is going to say, I can't even go back because he has said them the best way anyone can say them. In our language, there's a saying that those who have ears will hear. So let me quickly, and very quickly, I don't want to give a long, I don't want to say a lot. Let me quickly give you a background of the project. The project, like Clinton has said, is the Genkazi project, and this project is being implemented in Uganda under the Brighter Monday Uganda company. Yeah, that's the company that has brought you this career fair. That is where we work. Before I proceed, any Brighter Monday person in the room, please stand up and just wave. You don't have to come to the front. I know everybody is all over the place. Please just stand up and wave. Let the students see you so that at any one point, if they feel like they need to approach somebody from Brighter Monday, let them see you. Audrey, Joanne, I saw you guys, so please don't hide. Just stand up and wave so that people can see you. I see Sheen over there, busy with the cameras. There's a lot of Brighter Monday stuff in the room. Please feel free to approach anybody. So the Brighter Monday is a part of the Africa Talent Company. We are not just Brighter Monday in Uganda. We are under an umbrella called the Africa Talent Company. And from that title, you can see that we are very well placed to deal with the project that we are doing. What the Africa Talent Company is a group of 4 companies in Uganda, in Kenya as Brighter Monday, and then in Ghana and Nigeria, we have Joberman. And we are hoping to also go to Rwanda under the same brand of Brighter Monday. So that is really what the Africa Talent Company and Brighter Monday is. We've been in Uganda for over 10 years, so we know our stuff. You people are safe with us. And then I would also like to add that we are Uganda's #1 HR solutions and career development company. If I do say so myself, we are Uganda's #1 HR solutions and career development company. So in Uganda and Kenya, we are implementing the Genkazi project, the one that has brought you this career fair. And then in partnership, obviously, it has been said many times with the MasterCard Foundation. And at this point, I would like our colleagues from the foundation, Andrew and Caesar. I think Caesar has stepped out. Andrew, please stand up. Let the audience see you. Colleagues, those are our partners from the MasterCard Foundation. And also, if I may, Andrew, allow me to correct the nomenclature. It is the MasterCard Foundation. MasterCard is a different entity from the MasterCard Foundation. So when you say MasterCard, these are the people who bring to you the financial solutions. Have I got it right, Andrew? And then the foundation, the MasterCard Foundation, these are the people who are bringing to us these events and the project that we're implementing. Yeah. So at this point, I'm sure, especially the youth, you are wondering how this concerns you as students of the university. But this is where it gets good. Trust me, guys, trust me. The goal of the project is placing youth in work. Yeah? It's placing youth in work. That's the ultimate goal of what we're doing. And like Clinton said, we know that there is a challenge of employment in Uganda. That one goes without saying. And also, Doctor who spoke before me said that things are getting tougher and tougher. And we know that evolution theory, only the tough get going. So how do we place ourselves in work? This is what the project is here to help us as youth to answer. So, like I said, the goal of the project is placing youth in work. For my youth in the room, please turn to your neighbor and say, youth in work. Please turn to your neighbor and say, youth in work. Because when you say it, you believe it. Yeah. So this is why the project is aptly called Genkazi. There is no two ways about it. Gen Kazi simply means, Gen is short for generation, Kazi is Swahili in work. So we are serious about youth in work. That is the bottom line of the project. Whatever we are doing as Brighter Monday Uganda under the Gen Kazi project, the final product, the end result is to make sure that we place as many youth as possible in work. We want youth who are earning, we want youth who are adding value to their communities, because we all know, and if we didn't, Uganda has the second largest young population in Africa after Niger. So that's why there's a need for a serious intervention among our youth, because we know that one of two things is going to happen. We are either going to be one of the most productive countries in the world, or the reverse. We do not want to see the consequences of the reverse, so let us push the productive narrative. That's why the project is here, to place youth in work. So I would like also the youth at this point to still turn to your neighbor. What are you going to say this time? The project is ours. Turn to your neighbor. The project is ours, okay? Why do I say that? Because the emphasis of this project is people aged 18 to 35. Some of you who are below 18 and who are over 35, you've sneaked yourselves in, but you must be below 18 and 35. You are the focus of our project. We are here to serve you. So please make sure that whatever you can access, you utilize, yeah? This project is going to answer key questions. And let me tell you these questions. One, how do we prepare for the workplace? How do we prepare for the workplace? Doctor before me has said it is very competitive right now. Things are changing. Back in the day, all you needed was your degree. You show up to a job and you say, I've finished university. Sometimes even before you finish, there would be employers waiting eagerly for you. Things have changed. Like you say, 14,000 students, 5 jobs. Some of you who have seen the public service applications, they want 2 positions. They have 2 positions. They have 30,000 applicants. How do we position ourselves to be able to snatch those opportunities? How does Brighter Monday help to connect the youth to these kinds of opportunities? This is why we are here under the Gen Kazi project. Secondly, what sets us apart from other people entering the workplace? When you think about yourself, what sets you? Why would an employer pick you over the next person? What sets you apart as you join the workplace? And then lastly, how do we leverage AI to advance ourselves in a competitive job market? At this point, I think everybody knows what AI is. I would be very disappointed if our 18 to 30 years in the room do not know what AI, at whatever level of interaction with it. And maybe some of you think you don't know AI, but you have interacted with it in one way or another. We have a lot of AI demos that we shall show you today. I don't want to preempt the conversation. There is a lot AI can do to be productive. There is that side of AI, but we can use AI to be productive. We're going to interact with it as we go throughout the day. The same questions will be answered for entrepreneurs. The project is not leaving out entrepreneurs. Don't feel like if you're going the business route or like we're leaving you out. Not, we're taking everybody with us. Finally, I want to emphasize something that's very important to us under the Gen Kazi project: inclusivity. For our females, for our PWDs, for our displaced persons, inclusivity is very important to us. We are emphasizing on these previously marginalized segments. We are not leaving anyone behind. We are all going to be productive in our best capacities as possible, yeah? So, lastly, please, turn to your neighbor and say, we are not leaving anyone behind. We are not leaving anyone, females, PWDs, displaced persons. We are including everybody in our project, okay? And everything that you interact with as part of the Gen Kazi project is free. Everything let me say this one last time, guys. Let me emphasize, anything, any service, any whatever you access with as part of the project must be free. If anyone charges you, we're going to have phone numbers. Please report the person. It will be anonymous. Do not worry. Do not pay any money for anything that you access under the project. And this has only been made possible because of our partnership with the MasterCard Foundation. I cannot emphasize that enough. So with those few words, allow me to hand over back to Clinton, and I want to wish us the best of these 2 days. Let us enjoy, let us interact, let us learn, and let us have fun while we do it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to me.
All right, another round of applause for our country programs lead. Please. Okay, your hand clap is not giving me the energy that I need, especially after her saying that everything is free. Everything is free. So can we clap for her again? Yes. Now that's better, right? That's really better because honestly, she has laid down the exact objective of why we're here, but also she has mentioned that everything is free. That includes the AI career tool that we have been telling you about. That includes the trainings that we've been telling you about. So everything is free. So please use the opportunity when we have free offers to make sure that you also utilize them. And then, of course, she mentioned inclusivity, and that is where you can see we have a lady over there who is supporting us, you know, to ensure that we have the sign language interpretation done, you know, and that's what we mean by inclusivity. And so really want to thank you so much, Pamela, for that, and we really want to thank you for officially, of course, opening our career fair. Now, I also want to recognize the presence of Council Masiga Stephen, and Council is the spokesman of Masava Cultural Institution. And I'm just going to take an opportunity. I'm sure this is an ambush for you, Council, but I'm going to take an opportunity to invite you to greet us. Okay, so Council, over to you.
Islamic University, oye? Let's do it much better. Islamic University, oye? MasterCard Foundation, oye? Bright Monday, oye? Bamasaba, oye? Umukuka, oye? Manyaranad. Kama sinakase, bananga bari Stephen Masika, the spokesperson we Bukuka, we Bamasaba. Allow me, Mr. MC, to officially also, on behalf of Bamasaba, because this is our land, to also welcome you, and also want to officially associate ourselves as a cultural institution with this program. Allow me ride on the laid down protocol by recognizing the academic registrar, who is standing in for the Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs. I take cognizance of my lecturers here. You know, I also used to be a student here some time back. I take cognizance of Dr. Yunus Walusimbi. He taught me on a master's. And I take cognizance of our Dean, Faculty of Law. He also taught me on degree in law. And I also saw Mr. Sesanga was also my lecturer here at some point in time on master's program, and other lecturers. Please, I recognize you all. My work here is to represent the cultural institution. I'm here on the local stand with the cultural institution. As a cultural institution, we feel honored, and it's a pleasure when such programs that are tailored at empowering our people are brought nearer to their doorsteps. We want to say a few things. Mine is to speak a few aspects from a cultural dimension. One, you see, I'm putting on a tie. I think you can see I'm looking very smart. Now, a scholar a criminal scholar called Sutherland wrote way back in the 1930s and said that even the people in offices also steal. People who put on ties they also steal. At that time, he faced a lot of hostility because it was unthinkable to say that a person who puts on a tie can steal. A Nigerian musician called Fela Kuti at some point also said that those who steal using a pen steal much more than those who rob using a gun. So the big buildings you see around town are buildings of guys who work in offices. So they have literally looted those offices and there's no money there, unlike the robbers. The key message here is that career opportunities or the skills you get, and when you mix the skills with the criminal behavior, you will not move far. We want to challenge the younger people here to ensure that they desist from conduct that is an affront on all Ugandan laws, especially on the penal code and others. We encourage you that when you get all these skills that the sponsors, the MasterCard, which they were sure that's free, please let's ensure that we have the rightful manners. Without manners, you are headed for nowhere. I saw Dr. Olusimbi taught us in management issues to do with certain skills. When you are an employee in an organization, please not be a liability, but you are rather supposed to be an asset. When you are an asset, even when you commit some errors, management will say, how do we help such a person? But many times you find that people want to live on criminality, they want to undermine their organization. So we encourage you as a cultural institution to ensure that this is our land. We do not want you to commit crimes on land of Masaba land. It is very unacceptable. We have a cultural leader who is gazetted by government in line with Article 246 of the Constitution. And for record purposes, Mr. Musili, allow me to mention where Masaba land begins. We begin from Bulambuli, that is our land. We begin from Sironko, that is our land. You come to Mbale City, that is ours. You come to Mbale District, that is our land. You go to Bududa, it is ours. You go to Namsindwa and Manafa and Twanzoya, which includes Bungoma and Chitale. That is part of Masaba land. Including, the other time I was in Nairobi, I told the Speaker of Kenya, who is a Masaba from here, I told him I'm also his spokesperson. So when you are here, even when you are here, I want to assure you that I'm also your what? Spokesperson. Yes. Because there are certain things that may fail at a certain level, you will approach us as a cultural institution and we shall step in. So we, as I conclude, in the interest of time, I want to leave a very singular message that whether you get a job, if you get a job, especially after, say, university, endeavor to immerse in our culture. The culture of the Bamasawa people, you know our basic cultures. All communities have unique or they have different cultures. There's no society whatsoever across the world which is devoid of cultures. Every society has its own cultures and never ape or copy the cultures of what? Other communities. We, for example, especially if you're a girl, we challenge you that you must exercise cultures or customs of your communities. Do not copy certain practices. Recently, I was going to do some teaching in Soroti. I do some work there under Makere University. When I passed by a certain trading center, I saw a younger girl and was a little bit disturbed, of about 25 years. And she shamefully raised her leg to urinate. That is unacceptable. That is very unacceptable and we condemn it. So you people here, standing while urinating is for only men. I must assure you on that one. So don't encroach on our space. That is our what? Our space. So we encourage you to ensure that you behave well, immerse yourselves within our cultures, within your cultures where you come from. With those few words, I wish you well and thank you so much.
Another round of applause for Council. Council, that was unacceptable. Well, thank you so much, Council, and you can see he has left. Right. Okay. Can we stand up? Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Can I stand up? Let's all stand up. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Okay. Just want us to stretch a bit. What we are going to do, we are going to write IU using our bodies. Can we do that? Do you think you can do that? Okay, can we start? Who wants to lead us? Who wants to lead us? Any student wants to show us how to write IU? Yes, please come, please come. Your hand is up, please come. Come and demonstrate. How do we write IU using our bodies? All right, you can take your seats. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great. I'm not sure that was IU though. I'm not sure, but we move, right? Okay. Next onto our agenda, we're going to have our keynote address, and of course, we are very keen to ensure that we bring to you a respected public service leader who is known for her work in terms of talent management, in terms of performance, and just a minute. All right. Apologies, I've just been told that our keynote speaker is just actually making her way to the venue. So we might have to just wait for her. And then, but as we do that, we have the Deputy Mayor in the room. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite her to come and also greet us. The Deputy Mayor, over to you.
Thank you so much, MC. You allow me observe protocol in your respective dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, Christians, praise God. My name is Kakai Harriet Shitanji. I am the Deputy Mayor of Mbale City and the aspiring woman member of Parliament, Mbale City, on FDC ticket. It is a pleasure to be here today with a girl child and a boy child. I know you are not girls, there are those ones who are in the age of being women, but of course we say a girl child and a boy child. So I will take this opportunity to thank the organizers of this function on career guidance on our younger people of this generation. I want to thank the spokesperson of Inzuya Masaba for the good encouragement words he has put across to see that our women and men adapt their culture. I was shocked when he was talking about something, but I think that might be the culture of other people. But as we, the Bamasaba women, of course, we scored. Yeah. Am I lying? But I think even the Baganda and other tribes, but I think that's just a habit of somebody, maybe is just inherited with such a habit. This so far is good, that as the young women and men in this world of Uganda, the employment opportunities is scarce. And one say that if once you've been given an opportunity to get somewhere to work, you need to be disciplined. And you need to, as women, mostly I'll talk about women, we need to dress in a decent way. And we need to have respect for our bosses where we work. And we need to be hardworking and love our job in case you've got it, because it is very rare to have it. So I will not have much to speak. I only wanted to come here and appreciate you and say that let's be keen and listen to the keynote speakers who are going to facilitate here, so that at the end of the day, we will have to achieve what we feel it is good. So I only want to once again thank you for coming. And I want to say that come 2026, I am the right woman member of parliament, a young woman who will listen to your issues as young women and men, and someone who is at your level. So I want to say that just give me that opportunity to serve you 2026 as a woman member of parliament. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
All right, another round of applause for her, please. Thank you so much for greeting us, but also for emphasizing how important this is, especially for the young people. At this particular time, we're going to have, of course, our youth who are also the heartbeat of our career fair, right? So in the meantime, as we wait for our keynote speaker, we're just going to have what we call the youth voices, right? Because we know that 99% of this room are the 18 to 35, of course, our young people. And of course, we want to hear from you directly. We want to hear from you and want to know what are those aspirations that other young people can take from you, especially when it comes to Eastern Uganda's next generation, okay? So we're going to start with our guild president of IUIU, right? Our guild president is going to talk to us about some of the aspirations and also some of the key things that young people should take note of, especially when it comes to a career fair opportunity like a platform like this one, okay? And without wasting any more time, please let us put it together for the guild president of IUIU, and that is none other than Mr. Sebulime Abduswabo. You're most welcome.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. For the fact that we are behind schedule, I will request to stand on the protocol already established. And ladies and gentlemen, and by names Sebulime Abduswabo, the 38th Guild President, Islamic University in Uganda, main campus. And I'm very glad to be before you at this very moment in this Career Fair Eastern Edition. I would wish to speak about this, and I'll start by saying that today is an extraordinary day. And we gather here on the vibrant grounds of Islamic University in Uganda, main campus, not just for another event, but for the Career Fair Eastern Edition. This is a landmark. This is a landmark moment and a testament to the growth and potential that pulses through the heart of our Eastern region. And for these 2 days that we are here, today and tomorrow, this place transforms into a dynamic hub where theory shakes hands with practice. We've been having a lot of theories, and now we need to know how we can incorporate it with practice. And not only that, but also the dreams from this very occasion are going to meet the destiny. Islamic University in Uganda has always been committed to nurturing holistic leaders, grounded in knowledge and character. And now, with the invaluable collaboration of Brighter Monday Uganda and MasterCard Foundation, this event acts to be an opener for the direct conduit to survival success for each and every one of you. So I request that we give a round of applause to MasterCard Foundation and Brighter Monday Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to urge you to seize this opportunity. It is really invaluable, and you need to look around you. You need to look around you and observe. This is not just a gathering, it's a convergence of opportunity. Leading organizations, forward-thinking employers, and industry titans are here because they want to change the youth of Eastern region. So we need to harness this opportunity. The intellect, or we need to use this chance effectively, because these people recognize the unique blend of intellect and integrity and discipline that defines the youth of Eastern region. And the best part of this is that this incredible opportunity comes to you at no charge. Please, a round of applause for that. This gesture underscores our partners. This gesture underscores our partners' belief in your potential and their commitment to removing barriers to your success. So we should use this effectively. And this is your moment to network with intention. I repeat, we need to network with intention. And you don't need to merely collect business cards and collect names of different individuals, but we need to collect wisdom as well. We need to engage profoundly, and we need to ask those powerful questions that you feel they have been mysterious to you, such that you can brighten your tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I also implore you to have any conversation with intention as well. And you should keep at the back of your mind that every conversation you have here is an investment in your future currency. Also, allow me to reiterate the partnership of the Brighter Monday and MasterCard Foundation. This fair is a collective effort made possible together with all our dedicated stakeholders. The university management, MasterCard Foundation, plus the Brighter Monday, and many other stakeholders. All our dedicated stakeholders whose commitments ensure that our youths in the Eastern region are not just ready for the world, but ready to shape it. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to be ready for the world, but we need to be ready to shape the world in which we live. And as I wind up, my fellow students, the time for preparation culminates today. The time for preparation culminates today. And The time for the impact begins today. I'm immensely proud to stand here witnessing the future architects of Uganda, of Eastern Uganda's prosperity. Let's harness this platform, this knowledge, and this unshakable determination to build careers that not only uplift us, but elevate our entire community. The school goers are usually known to be the beacons of light, ethical conduct, and solutions to the societal problems. So we should be aware of that, and we should always prove our relevance in the societies. I please implore you to approach this fair with confidence, curiosity, and sense of purpose. Network strategically, learn aggressively in this career fair, and always remember that the noble principles that guided your journey here at Islamic University in Uganda and anywhere else for those who have come from other institutions, they are very key in your transformation into the real world. I remain Sebulime Abdul Swabur, the 38th President, Islamic University in Uganda main campus, and I thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the Guild President. The Guild President, honestly, thank you, because I remember he was very instrumental in ensuring that even the student leaders help us to raise awareness of this event. So we really want to thank you and your team for the great job done. I also want to say that we have a very good challenge, right? And the good challenge is that some of our fellow learners who would want to participate now no longer have room, right? But we are still here even tomorrow. So please encourage your friends that we are here tomorrow, and they can even come tomorrow and be able to participate in this career fair. All right, thank you so much. And moving on to another youth voice or another young person who is going to inspire us. Just honestly, I would want to just say, please, would I think give you 5 minutes? 5 minutes, please use 5 minutes to ensure that you can just talk to us. And then now we can get into another activity, because we have to get the timing right, because at 12:30 we have to be moving on we have prayers that happen at that time, and we need to make sure that we are in time, right? Okay, so the next young voice to talk to us and inspire us is Zoe Kanyago. Is Zoe Kanyago around? Please come and talk to us. Thank you. You're most welcome.
Hello. My name is Zoe Kanyago. I call Zoe just for purposes of another translation, because the name is always hard to pronounce. Sorry. Thank you so much, MasterCard Foundation and Bright Amanda, for this privilege to be here today. I would like to say all protocol observed, everyone who is here today. So, being a young person, for me, I feel that it is quite a big challenge, because it is just the beginning of life and you're wondering where to start and how to go about life, which I am sure every young person faces. You have challenges that you're trying to understand after campus. What do I do? Where do I move? How do I start? Of course, not everyone was born with everything prepared. But for those, like all the other speakers have said, only the strong, only the bold, only those who can fight will be able to stand out. Evolution is happening. You are happening as an individual. What are you going to do to change? What are you going to do to make impact in society? For me, I believe that there is a challenge in society. There is a problem. And for you to look for a solution to that problem is the beginning of your life as a young person. You see the problem and you look for the solution for that problem. And in most cases, you find that, I remember years ago when I was completing campus, I think I had a dilemma. One was to maybe go back to school. The other was maybe, should I change career or maybe like change a field? And of course, the other was to start a business. It would have been a great idea. But had I known that in campus, it wasn't about getting a first class, which I so much struggled for, and I got, and I moved out, but it still didn't help. In that, I would have expected that I would have made a very good decision at that moment, maybe for a business, and maybe develop into entrepreneurship. Yes, I'd heard of entrepreneurship, but I didn't know how to start one. And so today we are telling you that innovation is very important for your career. Being able to sit down and look at yourself, the time is running. How much time do you have? We can't tell. But as much as you use today for the very right purpose, you'll be able to build tomorrow, you see? So in this, I encourage young people to understand what some of the challenges we may have. You may have a challenge of capital. You may have, maybe it's a challenge of skills, or you may have a challenge of goal orientation. Maybe you don't even have focus. Some people, laziness, or a lot of distractions. At a young age, beginning actually from 18, I don't know what happens to that age, but a lot of distractions on the way. And all those distractions are going to lead you to, like the way the team lead said, either into something better, or you are going to become a problem to society. And when you become a problem to society, we know the outcome. You become an outcast, and of course you will curse and begin to blame several people that you feel should be responsible for you not going where you wanted to go. One of the things that young people should also understand, there's a challenge maybe like of having clear goals. You are completing campus, maybe tomorrow or next year. What is your set goal? What do you want to achieve? What ultimatum time do you have to achieve that particular goal? If you are not set to that extent, you will be like, tomorrow I'll do it, the other day I'll do it. Of course, procrastination comes in. And consistency also doesn't come in. Why? Because you are not focused on what you really want to achieve. So there are many companies going to be here, and I believe this is an opportunity for you to learn from them, listen from them, hear what they are saying, grasp from what they are saying, and build what you want to be. Build what goals you want to achieve. Let's say in the next 1 year, set an ultimatum of time and begin to see the progress of those goals coming to fruition. Not just waiting and maybe trying to hope that, if we are women, I've been to several communities. The project that I work on is with the German doctors, where we try to empower young women in communities to see that they are starting up maybe like economic ventures or building themselves. You will find a young woman, you try to talk to them maybe in the basis of building themselves. But they believe that someone is behind somewhere planning for them and is going to provide for them and is going to buy for them whatever they want. And at the end of the day, they are disappointed. The person doesn't buy it for them. They have one child with that person. Before they know it, the next person comes with other promises. And the person still doesn't buy for them. And then they keep continuing with the frustration. And we are looking at today's young people having a lot of mental health problems. Coming from where? Expecting other people to do for you things that you could have done yourselves. Build up yourself, stand out as a woman, be able to stand and have a goal that you want to achieve. Thank you so much, our incoming woman MP. You see, these are the people, the mind that you look at it and you're like, I have to do it, I'm going for this. That should be your mindset. As you move out of university, what do you want to become? It is beyond just saying, I want to be a teacher. Every speaker has told you that it is no more about you saying, I want to be a teacher, and then you come out with your paper. It doesn't work anywhere. It is not going to work, in fact. So, I also would like to talk on the perspective of young people despising jobs. I don't know how many jobs can a person do. It depends on the time. Look at Europe. How can people not be sleeping? Every day they are working, waking up in the morning, one job, 1 hour, another job, 2 hours, another job, 3 hours, another job, 5 hours. And then you close the day. You work only 8 hours. You sit in the office. talking on phone with friends who are in another office, and you come back home, you're done. Build skills. Be able to improve yourself. See that, okay, this particular skill I want to learn, even if it is hairdressing, even if it is maybe beautifying, like maybe makeup, whatever. Be able to do something every day. Learn a skill. The other challenge I would say is maybe with channeling academic foundations. Someone gets a degree in social work, a degree in law, and ends there. What else can you do to improve yourself? Look at working on skills besides what you've studied. It's not just about what you've studied, because when you go and say, me, I'm a qualified, like for me, myself, I'm a qualified communicationist, I did communication, I'm very perfect, who cares? It doesn't work that way. Be able to venture into establishing your own, maybe, communication companies, agencies, consultations. You can build, you can be able to manage for people social media companies. You know, they are having a lot of companies, they need people to see their publicity. What about you go and work for them? You see, and not even about the borders. You have a brother or someone in Dubai, they are trying to establish a coffee shop. Why don't you market for them? You'll be in Uganda, but you'll still be employed. But you're looking at a company where you go maybe in public service and you don't find that job and you get frustrated and angry with people who do not care whether you're angry with them. So as young people, build up yourself, stand on your ground to see that your career is built, not on the basis of limitations of what is happening in the world or even in society, in your community, but see to it that you can be able to establish your goals and build skills, improve yourself every day, be consistent, have a commitment to see that you are better, because no one is going to hire you if you're not better. For the interest of time, I would like to say thank you so much for the privilege again. I encourage you to learn as much as you can. Everyone that you will see, be able to ask them questions and learn something new and improve yourself. Thank you again. Have a great day.
Wow, that's the energy that comes with being a young person, right? Can we clap for the two young representatives, the two voices, the guild president and then Zoe? That's the energy that we're talking about when it comes to young people and how we can also harness it. That's what we need to harness, right? But what she has said, and what I really want just to re-emphasize is having a skill beyond what you're studying, right? Very, very important. For example, at Brighter Monday, Uganda, we are, offering free soft skills trainings, okay? Online and physical. So please, these are skills that are not taught in your classrooms, right? But these are skills that employers are looking for. Communication, emotional intelligence. Can you work in a team? Right? So those are some of the skills you need to obtain, of course, even through Brighter Monday, Uganda. So thank you so much, Zoe, and of course the guild president for representing young people and, talking to us and inspiring us in general. All right, we are now honored and blessed to have our keynote speaker. But before we invite the keynote speaker, I just wanted also to say that when we go for a lunch or any breakout session we have, just like Zoe mentioned, we have exhibitors that are also with us today, okay? So please take time, during that break, visit the booth, look at what they are offering, look at what they're exhibiting. They are here for you. Network with them. Get to see how you can also tap into those opportunities. All right, just like I was saying, our keynote speaker is here, and I think it's time we jump into that. And like I was saying earlier, she is a respected public service leader who is very much well known in Uganda for her work in talent management, in performance and human capital development across Uganda's civil service. And of course, today she's here to inspire us under our theme, which is bridging dreams and opportunities. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Miss Lillian Watsemwa for the keynote address. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I hope it's already afternoon. Yeah. My name is Waiswa Lilian Watsemwa, as I have already been introduced. It's a pleasure to be here. I want to appreciate the initiative by Bright Amande and MasterCard for bringing such a very, very critical discussion amongst our youths. I have been given 5 minutes. I want to see how I can make use of them. Sorry, I came in late as well. It's prudent that I mention it. I received this communication late in the evening, and I was very far away. But looking at the audience that I was coming to speak to, I had to make sure that I reach here. So I'm happy that I'm here. I love inspiring and interacting with the youths. And when I was invited, I was told we are having employers amongst us, we are having students, we are also having graduates. So this is a very, very wonderful audience for me. I will try as much as possible to make use of it, and I've listened attentively to at least the 2 presenters that I found, and they have emphasized on the issue of skilling and being able to have something different from what we studied. I want to request that you allow me use this time to talk about employability, as let me narrow my presentation to that aspect or perspective. How do we become employable? That is the area that I'm going to narrow my presentation. I work with Ministry of Public Service, as it has already been stated, and as you are all aware, Ministry of Public Service is responsible for all the services in this country. Even private ones, we are responsible for that. So it is really an opportunity for me. So what do we refer to as youth employability? Ability to be employed, ability to secure a job, but at the same time be able to maintain it. Over time, we have complained about turnover. It means that some of our youths have been able to secure the jobs, but have not been able to maintain them. Talking about youth employment is very important in this country. Why? Because the youths are full of potential. Youth are full of potential. They have fresh ideas, which some of us do not have. The youths are full of energy. You've just seen the 2 presenters who have been here. You would feel the energy. That is the energy we need in employment. The youths have digital proficiency. Even when they have not done IT, they are able to navigate around. That is how important the youths are, and therefore it is a big topic that we discuss, youth employment. At the same time, these very youths are the biggest population in Uganda today. They are the biggest population. The statistics indicate that 42.6% of these youths are unemployed. It is either they are unemployed, or they are underemployed, or they are grappling in the informal sector where they are not able to meet their needs. They are not fully utilized to their full potential. So how do we change the situation so that our youths who are full of energy, adaptability, can be productive to the high potential. All of us who are here have a role to play. But like I said, I've been given little time. I want to narrow mine to helping the youth who are here. How employable can you be? So they've talked about soft skills. They've talked about the soft skills, and the soft skills are not trained in these institutions, in universities. I'm happy about MasterCard, and they have told us here that they have free trainings. They have free trainings, and these soft skills are fundamental. The employers are looking for them. These are simple things, but they are very, very critical, and we miss them out. One is, for example, communication. Being able to communicate, to relay information, both written, verbal, but also visual. The employers are out there looking for someone who can deliver information. The employers are out there looking for people who can interpret. The employers are not looking for a degree in education or a degree in communication. But we want to know, how able can you convince? Because communication goes beyond just relaying information. Are you able to negotiate? Are you able to communicate to everyone effectively? Are you able to collaborate? Those are soft skills that we are looking for. Ability to write and read. I have a lot of experience with the young people. I have received very many of you from IU who come for internship. These are graduates who have been prepared, but you can see that there are gaps. Even just drafting letters is a problem. Even listening is a problem. Even just sitting in office is a problem. You receive an intern, one day she's seated, the following day but what am I doing here? Just coming to sit? Employment goes beyond the academic qualification. You should learn to be a desk officer at some point. Sit and wait for instructions. So those are soft skills which are very, very, nobody will teach you in class, but they are very, very important. Employers are looking for someone who can interpret, who can play with the data. Numbers. Employers want someone who is going to interpret data, be able to relate trends, and communicate, and give people information to make decisions. Work ethics, I'm not going to talk about that, but they are very, very important. We have people skills. We have people skills. Which ones are these? Interpersonal relationship, teamwork. There are people there are people who find it very difficult to work in a group of 5. Employers are not going to only employ your relatives. You're going to find there a cross-section of people, and you're expected to meet, agree, and also agree to disagree. So those are very important that you people, young people, please put a lot of effort on them. Problem solving, Madame Zoe mentioned here. Look at a problem and suggest, propose. I like, when I'm dealing with my juniors, they will come and say, Madam, there is this problem. And I say, what do you suggest? What's the solution? I can only build on what you have suggested. I don't spoon feed. Even when I'm doing homework with children at home, and they say, Mommy, what is the spelling of this? I said, go and write. Write what you think. Come back and improve on that. So it is very important that when there is a solution to every problem, propose, suggest, and that is the person the employers are looking for. Creativity and innovation. I want to encourage you youths of today, please. Gone are the days where you will have to write so many paragraphs, a lot of papers. Please make use of artificial intelligence. You are asking for jobs, you want the old people to live, but you are actually the same as us. Please show us that you're different. Artificial intelligence is very, very key, and employers today are looking for someone, and that is not something that you're going to be trained at IU, but it is a personal initiative that you can take and use. There are so many platforms on the internet that you can do courses, short courses, just to empower yourself. I've talked about the digital literacy. I want to talk about some solutions. Because in this house, I was told we have employers, but we also have government representatives, and I'm one of them. So I want us to suggest some solutions to this problem today of our youth not having employment. Those who are employed are underemployed. Those who get good employment cannot maintain it. They drop it in the first year or second. After probation, they are dismissed. Others are in the formal sector. You find I have people who have graduated, but they are riding borders. That is not to say I'm antagonizing or undermining it, but it is not why you went to school to study. In any case, the neighbor you left at home while you were going to school is riding a border with you. So I don't want us to be proud of the fact that after all, I am doing this and I'm earning a living. That was not the goal. Madame Zoe talked about set out your goals. What do you want to be? It will give you a lot of direction. So, some of the solutions. These solutions cut across. You as an individual, what do you have to do for yourself? Can you better yourself? How do you better yourself? Humility is also one aspect. Maybe I should also call it a soft skill that is lacking. Humility, respect for yourself, but also for every other person you find right from the gate. Make yourself employable. I have been on interview panels very many times. Someone will come and is excellent and we can't appoint. And everyone will say, who will supervise this one? You get, It is very, very, and it's common. Someone performs very well, but you just that short time of interviews, you choose, like this one, no one will supervise this one. So that is important: humility, behavior, respect, discipline. When you have discipline, you'll receive instructions and honor them. You'll keep time. You'll have integrity. Now, for the employers who are here, and maybe the government, can we offer flexible assignments, flexible roles? Someone has just qualified and you want experience. From where? Where are they supposed to get this experience from? I am very happy that government has established, and even right now, they are doing that recruitment of graduate trainees. Who of you saw that advert? Graduate trainees by Public Service Commission. You see, only Madame Zoe. No wonder you were the one to speak here. None of you saw that advert. It had hundreds of jobs for people like those who just walked out of school and walked with a transcript out. So you didn't see. Maybe that is another aspect. Use the internet not for TikTok. Use the internet to scroll opportunities, look for opportunities, advertisements. They are full there. Don't use only TikTok. So offer flexible roles. Government is now doing graduate trainees. You walk out with your paper, we advertise, you come and compete. But we are also having a collaboration framework right now as Ministry of Public Service. We are trying to see how we better internship so that it is not a routine. Just walk, go every morning and go away. We want to give accountability to it. As a supervisor, what is my role that I have to the internee, but also the internee, what is expected of him? Otherwise, the current situation is simply walk in, walk out, walk in, walk out. The facilitator or supervisor comes, and that's all. We also, I talked of a collaboration framework still that we are developing very soon. We have visited some institutions, and I think IU should be mapped. We want to sit together as employers and training institutions. There is a lot of skills mismatch. People are trained and they qualify, been emphasizing. So I've talked about internship and apprenticeship. This one will help. For example, the employers who are here. Give people opportunities in form of apprenticeship or internship. But in the way, you're giving them opportunity to have experience, which you're going to ask for in the next year when you're recruiting. Unfortunately, even those you have given internship or apprenticeship, when it comes to recruitment, you say you don't have experience. So I'm really calling upon you that let this internship, apprenticeship, meet the requirement of experience for people who have just qualified. We also want to encourage non-formal education. There are many youths out there who have never gone to school, but they can be skilled and they fit into the employment world. The other thing is try to provide financial assistance to the youths. For example, you have, right now government is promoting PDM. I hope all of you are not, you're not like where I come from. Those who are educated have not applied for PDM. Those who are educated, they say it is for those who didn't go to school. I hope it's not the case here. Provided you have a national ID and you're not working with the government, you qualify for PDM. That is a resource. Okay? Access to this, try to waive taxes for the youth people, for the young people who are engaging into business. Try to give low interest. We also want such forums should continue. There should be more, where they are mentored, where we provide them with soft skills, where we give them opportunities. Such forums are very important. And there are many, even on the website, on the internet. There are so many, please. Every day, like Zoe said, every day, look out for an opportunity to learn. Get onto one of them, and you're going to be different. I wanted to comment here that youth employment is not just a good. It's not just a public good. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility for all of us. It is my responsibility to ensure that the youth are given opportunity. It is my responsibility to ensure I'm winding up. Okay. It is, like I was saying, it is not a public good, it is a responsibility. It is a problem that must be faced multi-sectoral. It is an issue that all of us must get involved. When you empower youth, when you employ the youth, you have given them the opportunity for productivity, for talent, for identification of talents in the future. Some of us at our age are now, you may not be able to look for a new talent from me. But the talents are full. All of you have potential. So I want to encourage all of us here that let us stand up and enhance, look for opportunities for our youths and for the youth. who are here, please grab these opportunities.
Self-employable, please, should also make sure that we have flexible roles for young people that don't ask for experience. And I think that's one of the hugest challenges young people are facing, where you want an opportunity, but you know you have no experience. Thank you so much, Madam Lillian Watsemwa, for that keynote address. Okay, now I'm going to ask officially that you please give us until 12:45. We know that we have prayers at 12:30, but we even talked to the guild president and we really requested that you please give us your time just for this next item on our agenda to take you until 12:45. At 12:45, we should be stopping and then we can allow you to go for prayers. Do we agree? Are we in agreement? Please don't arrest me. Are we in agreement? Great, great. All right, so at this particular point, let's get into the next item. And the next item is our panel discussion. The people who are going to occupy these seats in front of us, right? So it's time for us to have a powerful conversation about youth, about work, and the future of industry in Eastern Uganda. Tell your neighbor, just like our country programs lead said, can you please tell your neighbor, youth in work? Youth in work? Great. That's what the panel is all about, right? Okay, so I would like to invite the moderator for this panel discussion that is going to look at the job landscape, the innovation, and of course, inclusive growth. So the person to steer the wheel for this panel discussion is none other than the head of Learning and Development Department at Brighter Monday, Uganda, and that is Ima Audrey Grace. You're most welcome. Can we please welcome our moderator? Yes, please. Thank you so much, and you're most welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon to you all. It has taken me a few days to learn the greeting, but I'm glad I crammed it correctly and you responded to my salam. My task today is to moderate a high-level, impactful panel that you will learn from. I have the privilege of hosting a panel that we've dubbed Youth, Work, and the Future of Industry in Eastern Uganda and Uganda at large. I know beyond Ayu in Mbale, you're going to the world. You're going beyond Mbale. I saw when the Mukuka, the spokesperson of Bumasaba was talking and he asked, how many Bumasaba do we have here? And I saw very many of you. Guys, I do not want to see you stay in Mbale forever. If you'd like to stay in Mbale, that's fine. But the world is your oyster. You can go anywhere. So don't get stuck in Mbale. So allow me invite our guests today that are going to take the panel. As you've heard, we are big on youth. We care about your future, and this is part of the process of preparing you for the future. And opportunity only meets the prepared. So I hope through this and several other sessions, you'll be prepared for the future. Allow me to start with the youth that are going to take a stage at the panel, because we are all about the youth, okay? The first youth that's taking the panel today, we have Wanasolo Tom. Please take your... He is a planner at the Mbale Regional Referral Hospital. He is a youth who is also passionate about mentoring other youth, but above all, he's a young man, okay? Just like everyone else here. That means he knows the struggles of school, right after school, looking for work, failing, but not giving up above all. Our second panelist today, we have the privilege of inviting back our keynote speaker. Back to the panel, Miss Lillian Waswa. Please join the panel. Please give another round of applause. The next panel member for our panel discussion today, I'm privileged to be inviting Mr. Raymond Kakuba, who is the strategy lead at Brighter Monday Uganda. Please take the stage. I'm also privileged to be inviting Mr. Sam from the Labour Office at the City Office in Mbale. This panel cannot be complete without the education. You're mostly students. That means our conversations can only be meaningful, impactful, if we can connect the youth, the private sector, the human resource, the Labour Office, which comes from the angle of the recruiters, and the education, where you all belong, or most of you belong. Allow me introduce Madame Shifa Wahab, who is a lecturer. Okay, I think I don't need to introduce her anymore from the clubs. Looks like we all know her. You're welcome, Madame Shifa. I've also been informed that we have our ushers that are moving around with a paper that has a QR code. Please scan. There's a bit of information that you just have to provide. It's from our side, okay? All right, to introduce myself, I am Audrey Grace Ima. I work at Brighter Monday. I'm the head of learning and development for the Gen Kazi or Generation Kazi project that is funded by the MasterCard Foundation. I have the privilege of discussing something very pertinent to the project, but also to the young people of this country or the young people in this room. I would like to start by thanking you all for being here, taking interest in learning from people that have experienced it, are still experiencing some of the things that you're yet to experience in terms of your career. But also to just mention, like the program's lead Pamela mentioned, your career you can go into employment or go into entrepreneurship. Whatever you do, dignified and meaningful, is all a career. So for people that are interested in going into business, perfect. Those that would like to go into employment, perfect. You're in the right place, you're in the right space. So as we delve deep into our discussion for the day, I would like to just say that Eastern Uganda has immense potential. The youth of this region have immense potential. The region boasts one of the largest agricultural production in various commodities, agro-processing, manufacturing. We have the new Mbale Industrial Park that has, of course, a lot of employers and a lot of manufacturing is happening. We also have emerging digital industries here. However, the challenges remain that we have limited access to finance, to skills, low industrial investments, and that also means there is an effect in employment. So today's panel will be seeking to uncover how we can bridge these gaps to co-create a future where myself and you can benefit in various ways, either employment or business, and we can thrive. I'll direct my first question to the youth, Tom Monasole. Mr. Tom, speaking from the youth perspective, what are some of the biggest challenges that you and your peers are facing in securing meaningful employment or starting enterprises in Uganda?
Thank you so much, Audrey, for such a very important question, yet very pertinent. The youth are the gold of the world. In fact, if you're talking about securing the future, you can't secure the future without securing the youth. Yet these youth are going through a lot of challenges. Some of them are emotional, others psychological, and we're having some issues which are even related to fears. When a youth is at university and has seen another youth with a testimony of 10 years without maybe a job or without survival, they get demoralized. But that not being the problem, to me, I would feel the future is bright. Why is the future bright? Yet the youths are very brilliant, yet very innovative. And secondly, there is AI that is bringing a lot of opportunities on the globe. So there are many opportunities for the youths, but let me start with the challenges that we are facing as the youth. First of all, limited access to finance and resources. You realize immediately you finish your degree or your diploma or your certificate, your dad tells you the land I should have given you, I sold it and paid your tuition. That means you have no land to farm. You know, people can be asking you, why is it that you're crying of unemployment but you can do agriculture? From where? You were born, taken to school, and your dad is telling you, and even, you know, remember most of us, the African youths, we are born from struggling backgrounds. Your dad, you know, we have vicious cycles of poverty. Your dad was struggling. Your mom was struggling. Even most of you, when you're at school, you know very well there are many things that have sold at home to bring you to school. Okay? You finish school, and the dad tells you he sold the land to take you to school. That means you have nothing to farm on. The only thing you have is your brain. Then you want to run to the bank to get maybe some money to start a small investment out of the skills you have. And you realize the bank cannot give you anything without collateral. Then you ask yourself, maybe you should run to PDM. And you'll find a lot of resistance. Other people ask you, are you of NRM? Other people ask you, who are you? And by the way, it is easier to talk about PDM than getting it. How many of you, the youths, have ever gotten PDM? Put up your hand. You can see, it is like 0.001%. So the people, you know, so you find that that is a challenge of limited access to finance and resources. And then secondly, lack of relevant skills and experience. Sometimes as a youth, you'll be surprised. You know, I did mathematics and statistics. You finish university, you feel the head is, is having a lot of intelligence. And you reach the work field, you realize maybe some of the things you're studying at university are not actually what are required. And in so doing, you find that you do not have the relevant skills. But the hope is, through Brighter Monday and MasterCard Foundation and AI, we are able to have most of these skills even outside university. The third challenge is limited job opportunities and high competition. And one of the things I would even put forward is, most recently I saw the public service advert. And many youths on social media were complaining that the aptitudes were too hard, as if they were made with the intention to fail them. Yeah? So you do find that we need to make sure that some of these things are handled. And lastly, inadequate mentorship and guidance. At least for you youths, you have an opportunity. You've had Brighter Monday and MasterCard Foundation and your school administration, and we have a team from public service, you have labor office, you have ourselves coming through to mentor you, guide you, and open your eyes. But those days, you do not have anyone to guide you. Thank you so much for that question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tom. Speaking of opportunities and relevant education, I would like to take this directly now back to our strategy lead, Raymond. In terms of opportunities, how is Brighter Monday Uganda supporting the young job seekers to access opportunities in the evolving industrial and digital landscape? Tom spoke about very important aspects around opportunities, but also the challenges that the youth face. Coming from the recruitment side, but also in the Gen Kazi project that we are currently implementing in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation. How are you seeing this shaping up the job seekers in terms of access to opportunities in the evolving industrial and digital landscape?
Thank you, Hajat, and good afternoon, everyone. As she mentioned, my name is Raymond Kakoba, and I'm the lead of strategy at Brighter Uganda. And to answer your question, I think I would mention about 3 or 4 key pointers to what we have done and what we continue to see. But first, we have a very famous joke we make at office at Brighter Monday that for the average youth, it takes just a minute for them to produce 10 TikToks, yeah? But they will struggle to make a CV to talk about themselves. And this is the real reality. The quality of interviews, you can see it in the preparation. Even when we organize events like these, you can see it in the areas like time management, yeah? So we thought that there is perhaps a mismatch or misplacement of priorities, yeah? And either the demand side has to curve or pivot to what you, the youth, want, which is impossible, or is the supply side, those that are job seeking that have to change their way into what the employer wants. But Audrey, to answer your question, what we have done through the Gen Kazi project as Brighter Monday Uganda is first, we have offered the soft skills training, which you lead as the learning and development head. And through these soft skills, we have capacitated youth like yourselves with skills in work readiness. Yeah? So it sounds like it's a buzzword because it goes around being thrown, but work readiness is a very key aspect of any professional setup. No one wants someone that, for instance, does not know how to communicate. So it doesn't matter how much you know your Microsoft Excel and you can put together figures, or like my brother who did statistics and mathematics, you're so good at what you do, but you need skills like team communication. You need skills like being easy to get along with, yeah? Has anyone worked with someone who is very hard to get along with? You feel they're getting the energy out of you every time you come to work. So these are some of the skills that we intend to impart in our youth when they embark onto our platform through the soft skills training. And skills like picking up a call and speak professionally. These are things that go without saying, but if we just had a scan in this room and said, okay, how many people would do what we used to call a cold call, yeah? You call the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs and speak about the issue in your area. As soon as he says, who's this? The person on the other end of the call will crack down. So these are the skills that we take you through the soft skills training. And Audrey, the other thing we also do is we have been speaking about the AI career tool, which you're going to get an opportunity to work with today and tomorrow. And what this does is that it gives you job recommendations based on your professional background, but also based on your passion as you put in and fill in the portal. The other thing it does is it does a job analysis, yeah? How do you fit into that? How do you fit into the jobs that are on the platform? And we call it job matching. So it makes things easier for you, but for us, the most important and outstanding feature of the AI career tool is the CV writing. There are very many people who, like I started the conversation, who find it very hard to tailor your CV to what the employer wants. And as our keynote speaker mentioned, that as an HR in the public service, she wants to see things differently when you are applying as a youth from your what your father applied when they were applying for the job. If your application is wanting, then it does not speak that indeed there needs to be a shift in the public service for a much younger workforce. The other thing, and as I conclude, that we have done is that we have brought jobs just next to your doorstep. And how have we done that? Is we have intentionally caused partnerships with employers, and as you see them in this room, as you go through the exhibitions, those employers are here for you, and we want to think of ourselves as the people bridging the gap between ambition and, of course, access. So we bring them here on board to see the kind of talent that you have, and for those few lucky participants, they will get placements, either as internships or even full-time employment. And of course, lastly, is we make the data speak for the youth. We just had our job forecast, and one of the things we are going to talk about tomorrow is what the report from that analysis showed. What are the emerging sectors that the youth can take advantage of? So these are very interesting aspects that Brighter Monday is doing through the Jane Kazi project, of course, in partnership with MasterCard Foundation. And we hope that you take opportunity and get your open door through what we are doing. Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you so much, Raymond, for the key aspects that Brighter Monday Uganda is doing in terms of preparing the youth for the employment world, but also working in collaboration with so many other partners to ensure that this is a last mile initiative. We do not stop at only, saying here are the jobs online, but bringing the employers much closer to the youth. In addition to that, we'll also be launching a job center here in Mbale. And what the job center is going to look like, we'll definitely inform you much later, but it's pretty much a center where we'll be having a youth who is seeking for opportunities in terms of internships, volunteering opportunities, employment, and we'll have all these roles listed at the job center, or a sort of an office that's going to be physical, accessible, that we actually bring it to your doorstep. What better how better can that get, guys? How better? Thank you. Moving on from looking at the skills that you mentioned, I would like to move the conversation to the university. Madam Shifa Wahab. The university is doing all it can to ensure that they're graduating students each and every year from this prestigious institution, but also ensuring that their curricula is up to date. Would like to find out from you, Madam Shifa, how is IU in particular adapting to curricula that meet the changing demands of the work industry? I remember when our guest speaker spoke today, she mentioned of changing work environment, the digital advancements, the AI. Would like to see. The world is advancing, but what's the university in particular today, as IU doing to ensure that the graduating students are actually a right fit for the changing demands of the industry? Over to you, Madam Shifa.
Thank you so much. I thank the organizers of this event, Brighter Monday Foundation, and the Brighter Monday Uganda and MasterCard Foundation. Thank you, Madam Moderator. What universities are doing to ensure that our graduates meet the job demands or the market demand is one, when we are designing our curriculum, we actually identify industry experts. We do what we call a market research to analyze what are the needs, what do the employers need, such that we fit them into our curriculum. So we identify some people within the industry such that they tell us the needs, and then we incorporate them into our curriculum such that at the end of the day, our graduate goes when they are balancing the situation between what the industry needs and what they have learned. The other issue is we are now emphasizing more practical teaching than actually theory. When we go to university, students' mindset has been made that we are going for a lecture. A lecture is a method of teaching whereby somebody comes, stands in front of people, talks, and then leaves. So we are moving away from that, given that the industry demands are now changing. So we are introducing more practical sessions into our teaching. We are giving people what we call role plays, where we create practical situations in the different areas such that the students get to understand what actually happens within a certain industry, and they act these roles. Somebody can be the CEO, somebody can be the judge, somebody can be the whatever it is, such that they really get to know what happens when they are there. In our teaching, we also have what we call group presentations by the students. Why we group students? Islamic University in Uganda is an international university where we have students from different nations around Africa, as the background was given to you. So in these group presentations, when you look around here, we have the diversity of the students. We have those ones who have some inability in English speaking. So when we put them together, they are able to adapt to the environment. One, they get to learn the English language from others as a result of their interaction. Two, they develop the confidence, of speaking. When they see a group member who is able to fluently speak, it can be a motivational factor such that they can also be able to stand in front of others and speak, because this is what happens tomorrow when they go outside the world. The other thing is incorporating digital technology. We have a computer lab. At least all the courses that we are teaching, there is a component of ICT. This is basically to make sure that they are balancing the human factors with the world of technology, which is the driving factor today in every business. Actually, technology is driving every aspect of the world, whether you're doing law, whether you're doing business, whether you're doing history, whether you are an imam, technology is part and parcel of you. So every student here is at least undergoing some training in ICT. The other important thing is the partnering, public-private partnership. We have very many people who we are collaborating with to help us, improving the student skills, Some of them may not be government, Government is there also. Government has given a lot of support to the Islamic University in Uganda in terms of improving our knowledge. Now, Islamic University in Uganda, being an Islamic-founded institution, we have a number of organizations from the OIC who are OIC members. We have the Islamic Development Bank, we have the ISESCO, we have WAMI. They have helped us very much in training the students. We also thank the government of Uganda that has given us different platforms for training our students. So those are among some of the ways of how we are training our students so that they adapt to the changing world of the job market. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Shifa. A hand clap for Madam Shifa. At this point, I would like to pose a question to the students. You've had all the resources that the university is ensuring you have access to. You're paying so much tuition. Are you taking advantage of all the resources availed to you? As you can hear, Madam Shifa mentioned that the curricula is actually based on research that's done from the demand side, which is really the employer side. What are the things changing? Are you taking advantage of the resources? That's a question to you. You don't have to answer now, but take an action to make sure you make use of the resources provided by the university. Speaking of all the resources availed and the support from the government, I would like to move the conversation to Mr. Sam, who is the Mbale City Labor Officer, the Senior Labor Officer, correct? What specific policy interventions are currently in place to promote youth employment and industrial growth in Eastern Uganda? We've seen a huge number of people, for a lot of people that pass through Kamonkoli at any point, either in the morning or in the evening, you can see so many people going to work at the industrial park and others living in the evening. That means there's a lot of opportunity or employment that has been created as a result of the Mbale Industrial Park, right? So in terms of policy, the students are here, the labor is here for sure. that means there are opportunities that exist. But what policy intervention are now currently in place to promote youth employment, given the opportunities that exist in the region? Over to you, Mr. Sam.
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. I'm called Mulyanyi Masam. Before maybe I get to the question, I just want to make a summary that you cannot talk of the local economic development when you don't talk about inclusiveness. Inclusiveness of the vulnerable groups, as we heard from the AR, 71% is actually the youth. That's the population of this country. Now, back to your question. As government, we have what we call the NEST policy. That is National Employment Strategy, which is actually looking to address the issues of unemployment. This strategy was adopted in 2001, and in it has so many children. But basically, I want to talk about some ingredients within the policy. It was actually looking at skilling the youth in agriculture. We have seen so many people actually participating, and employment that we are having right now basically is in agriculture. So it wanted to modernize the agriculture, but right now other issues have come in to skill people for other products. The components in there had the political coordination to make sure that our policies don't have a mismatch with other people. This policy was actually under the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. But we have also other policies under Ministry of Education. We have policies under Ministry of Culture. We have policies under different authorities within the country. So if we have different policies, there must be coordination that actually we are aligning them to the next policy that we are having. It also addresses job creation, skilling, and development of our youth. We have inclusiveness and equal opportunity to the vulnerables. It also has the social protection of our youth. Talking about that, you realize in 2014, we had a youth livelihood program which was brought to actually address the youth. It was specifically looking at the age between 18 to 30. Those were the beneficiaries, but within it, it was looking at least 30% being female. It does not matter whether 100% is female, but at least 30% should be female. We have now realized as a presidential initiative, in the Eastern region, we have a skills hub, the industrial skills hub in Luhonge, that is under Mbale district. This is a presidential initiative which was given to different regions, but as in Mbale, the Eastern region, it is actually based in Luhonge. It is training the young people. Not all of us actually are blessed to be here at the university. We have our brothers and sisters who are not able to reach the university because of constraints in school fees and other community constraints, maybe the ignorance of our parents who does not actually harness the importance of taking a child to school. So the only thing they require there is for you to go with the recommendation from the LC1 and the ID. Then they train you in skills like tailoring, welding, and other skills. You just talked of the industrial park. Industrial park is also looking at addressing issues of unemployment of the youth in the Eastern. As we speak, we have about over 80 factories which are operational, and more than 70,000 people are entering that park on a daily to work. We have two types of employments in there. The first employment is the unskilled employment. You will train on a job until you get the skill. And the second employment is for those who are professionals, people who have the papers. I've seen, and I want to thank you, Bright Monday, for coming to Mbale. You are going to actually help us get to connect and bridge the gap between the youth and also the employment opportunities. Personally, I've been contacted by the factories looking for people who are doing mechanical engineering and all that. We have failed to get them. to allocate them. But if you are here, that we are going to use artificial intelligence to address this gap, I think it's going to be very good for us. The only people we are seeing entering the industrial park are the unskilled who are going to learn on the job how to assemble phones, how to make duvets, how to make pillowcases, mattresses, just small skills they train in within maybe 3 months, then they start the employment. But even during the training, they are also being paid. So the biggest challenge, as I conclude, because of time, the biggest challenge that we have, we as the youth and Ugandans, more especially let me address it to Eastern region, is the mindset change. Change shall actually begin with you. If you want change to happen, it should start with you. There is no reason why you should refuse doing another job as you wait for the better job. Me personally, I've ever worked on site as a porter. I started after finishing my university in 2008. I started working as a businessman. In 2014-16, I worked with an NGO. In 2018, it is Madame Lillian here who gave me a job in Mbale district. Right now, I'm now heading the labor sector in Mbale City with a master's. But I've not stopped there. I'm a student of IU here, doing law. So I want to encourage you people. I want to encourage you that there's no limit for someone who is focused. Someone who is focused, you'll wake up one morning and say, I must achieve this, and it will come to pass. Never allow anything to change your mind. I beg to submit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. You deserve a louder applause for sure. And the key takeaway from Mr. Sam is focus, but also the available opportunities in the region. We do not want you to leave here today or the coming days and say, this was not it. I hope you've heard from really the government office and hearing about the opportunities available. I have the pleasure of inviting Madame Lillian once again to speak about looking at the Mbale Industrial Park. Mr. Sam has mentioned over 80,000 jobs, correct? 70,000 jobs. 7,000 jobs. That means there are opportunities available for students in here, right? So, Madame Lillian, as the Principal Human Resource Officer at the Ministry of Public Service of Uganda, or the Republic of Uganda, how are such industries like the Mbale Industrial Park prepared to integrate more young people into their workforce or in the value chain, especially looking at the human resource angle? Are they well capacitated? Are they in position to take on young Ugandans into these roles or jobs that exist there? Mr. Sam mentioned that, of course, some of them are entry-level jobs, which a lot of the youth here really would qualify for. Are there opportunities that exist? Over to you, Madam Lillian.
Thank you so much. I want to thank the panelists for being very elaborate and very clear, and I'm very sure the youths who are here cannot leave the way they came. Before I get to you, please allow me recognize here one very, very important person. This person actually started empowering the youth of then when he was also really a youth. Mr. Ajal, my supervisor, he supervised me, I hope I'm right with the name. He supervised me when I was doing my bachelor's, and he was my research supervisor. Thank you very much. I appreciate so much. It's very important. He was really young, very young that time, and it was my time to do research, and I was very lazy for some reasons. I was like, let me postpone. He insisted. He said, you need both. So actually, it was a supervisor who was looking for me. Supervisor was the one chasing me to complete. But I want to report to you that as you insisted and supported me, I completed, and shortly after the graduation, there was an advert that ran, and I was successful. Thank you very much. Yeah, so back to you. This government has put in place so many initiatives. There are so many institutions. There are so many regulatory bodies that have been put in place. First, the government has provided an enabling environment where we can ably have investors. We have people who are willing to come and establish factories, businesses into this country, and that is how they have been able to employ many of our youths. So, you were asking, how are they prepared? Like I stated first, every employment in this country falls under the docket of Ministry of Public Service. There is also a sister ministry, Ministry of Gender. There are so many regulations that are put in place. I want to cite only one, the employment law. The employment law puts in place measures that restrict or that regulate the operations of the employer as well as the employees. So, the Ministry of Gender has registration, has stock of all these job creators, both in the country and outside. And they issue certificates, and by the mere fact that there is regulation, these people are prepared and take up our youths, both informal and informal. We have policies that keep coming up, and the labor officer has already mentioned them. As Minister of Public Service, we do a lot of collaboration. We do a lot of collaboration with the various employers. We have a collaboration with Investment Authority, Uganda Investment Authority, which has an umbrella body for investors and business people. We do a lot of collaboration. We support them to train them on how they are supposed to enhance performance of these people they are taking up. We support them on how they manage their performance. We do a lot of backstop. We engage with them when it comes to processes of human resource nature. For example, when it comes to recruitment, many of them by and by use our guidelines. We issue guidelines to them. When it comes to offering opportunities of training, right now we are developing a training framework for the private sector. And this is to align their activities, to align the training function in the private sector to the government setting. Because in the end of it all, government is responsible for everyone in this country.
Thank you so much, Madam Lillian. I would like to thank you for the submission, and I would like to briefly mention that the government and also the Ministry of Public Service is indeed doing so much to ensure that there is sustainable employment, but also access to meaningful and dignified employment, which is something that is at our hearts, or really top there for the things that we do as Brighter Monday under the Gen Kazi project. Because of time, my dear panelists, it's 1, and I know today is a Juma Day, and I know that's pertinent to the IUIU community. I would not want you to miss out on, is it Swala? I've been cramming these things. I would like to appreciate our panelists. Friends, join me in giving them a thunderous hand clap for the submissions. And in closing, I would like to mention that the future of the youth or the industry in Uganda, in Eastern, really depends on you, the youth that are here. You're the focus of all that we do as Gen Kazi, at Brighter Monday Uganda. We are here to empower you, to ensure that you have the right tools, resources that support you to thrive beyond IUIU. We hope that through our initiatives with our partner, the MasterCard Foundation, we'll be able to support you gain the right skills besides the technical skills that you're currently attaining under IUIU, gain the right mindset, and also connect you to meaningful opportunities for you to thrive beyond your academics. Let's take the ideas, the conversation from the panelists forward. Let's take them serious. For me, what I would like you to do is focus, take the opportunities availed to you, but also be proactive. You've heard of the opportunities mentioned by Mr. Sam, Madame Lillian. You've heard of all the resources that Hajat Wahab has talked about. Please take advantage of those. Don't stay the same after this panel. I would like to close the panel at this point, and for me is to say thank you so much. Let's give them a hand clap.
All right, another round of applause. I know we are hungry a bit. Another round of applause, please, to the panelists and also our moderator. Our panelists, please come back to the stage. Raymond, please come back. Reason being, we want to have a photo moment, with our panelists. However, as much as we would have wanted to have it outside, it's raining, so we're just going to have it from here. Our photographers, I hope you're in position. And our moderator, I think you're going to join them. Okay. All right, yeah. Okay. Is it okay if we also have the country programs lead, Brighter Monday, join us? Pamela? Oh, yes, and our partners, the MasterCard Foundation, please, Andrew. Please join us for this remarkable memory photo moment. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, great. So our cameramen are ready, and over to you. Wait. We lacked a representative from IUIU. So, perfect. That's good. Then we can go. That's okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much to our panelists and, of course, to our moderator, Audrey. Thank you. All right. At this particular moment, I want to allow you to go for your prayers, but I just want to say that we're here for the afternoon session as well. We still have quite a number of now engaging activities after lunch. Let me just go through the program for after lunch, right? And then we allow you to go, right? So after lunch, when we come back from lunch, and please use the lunching time to network, get to know the employers around, get to know someone next to you. Brighter Monday staff are here. Get to connect with them. Please visit the exhibitors. They are also there for you. And also, Brighter Monday has, a corner where we can also help you to, one, register for the AI Career 2 Challenge. That is also going to be after lunch because, like I mentioned earlier, we have amazing prizes that should be for you. All right, she has an important message for you. Please just give her a minute.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. For places of convenience, because we are going for prayers, please, the staff who are here, we shall just go behind there and enter Nabil. The lavatory is leveled for males and female VIPs. Then two, I want to request all the students of IUIU to please guide our visitors, students I mean, to various places where we can get ablution from. There is health center, there is Uthman, there is the other side of us. Please guide them so that we can quickly get wudu and prepare ourselves for prayers. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think that was loud and clear. Thank you so much for that communication. So after lunch, this is what is happening, right? After lunch, we have the career clinic where we are going to have breakout sessions. So please do not miss that. And then after lunch, we are also going to have the AI Career 2 demonstration. This is where we're going to demonstrate to you, just right in front of you, what the AI Career 2 does and how it works. Just a minute. The other thing is lunch coupons. Please do not move out without getting a lunch coupon. You'll be getting it right from the entrance here. Or if you don't get it from here, you'll get it from the registration desk, okay? Then after lunch, we're also going to have employer pitch hour, where we're going to have employers pitching to us about the available internships, available job openings as well. And then we shall also have an inspirational hour after lunch. So all those are amazing activities after lunch. At this particular point, I just want to wish you a good afternoon. And I also want to just request that please, the moment you're done with prayers and your lunch, please be back. We shall be starting at exactly 2:30 p.m. All right? So please be here by 2:30 p.m. before your seat is taken, okay? All right, thank you so much, and wish you an amazing afternoon, and bon appetit.